The world traveler developed sophisticated tastes for fine wine and food. His appetite for all life had to offer exhausted even the most dauntless of his traveling companions.
Like we say in French, he was a bon vivant. When he had dinner with Andre, that was not a half an hour deal. No, and that was a 5-course meal.
The legend that travels Andre around, the food, the drink, he could do this, he could do that. He ate 16 steaks, 12 lobsters, drank a case of beer and 10 bottles of wine, and finished it off with a bottle of Jack Daniels. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's all true.
Yet that sort of indulgence was not common for Andre.
He'd do it more for fun. He had a normal appetite. It was a decent appetite, believe me, a lot more than I could eat. But for his size, it was normal. It was normal as could be.
Less normal was his capacity for drink. Andre's drinking is the stuff of legend. Most of the stories, the times he drank over 100 beers at a sitting, the occasions on which he imbibed multiple bottles of blended whiskey before dinner, several bottles of wine with dinner, and then cognac for dessert, are hard to substantiate because his drinking partners were seldom conscious at the finish.
It's amazing the amount of capacity that Andre had for beverages. He was a fine connoisseur of wine, but when the good wine wasn't available, Andre would drink any wine, or beer. Andre with a beer can in his hand, you didn't know what he was drinking because you couldn't see it. It would be like you holding a thimble. I took his ring and I had a silver dollar, and I passed the silver dollar right through the ring. That's how big his fingers were.
Even when he was drinking, Andre was the designated driver.
When we were partying, it was better not to compete with him or try to keep up with him because his friends would end up sick, whereas he would always end up fine. So when we would go out, he was always the one taking us home. He was like our chauffeur.
He was a lonely man, you know, like the only place he could really go and pass the time was in a bar. And maybe that's why he drank a lot sometimes.